Dear friends, hello. Welcome to my week nightly show. And today I had no plans to do the show. I just was planning to go to sleep, but I have important conversation with clients from Australia in 1 hour. So I was just browsing around the internet, and I found very interesting and like super professional complaint, like let's say comment. As you know, I never leave behind any negative stuff about me and my company, my dad, so I decided to do the video response to it. Because comment is very, very angry, and what I hate about the comment, it's not because he plays a comment, I don't care. It's completely a lie. Let's say somebody say some BS about my company, but it sounds like a BS, but this comment sounds like very professional step-by-step comment. So I want to give a reply. I have clue who did it. I have clue why. But some people decided to give us negative comments just because some personal relationship, but it's fine. So let's go on this comment one by one. Comment says that Leonid Afremov scam all the clients. No matter what you buy, you receive paintings done by the studio artist, not by my father, because quality of the studio artist it's the same as studio of artwork done by my father. So people don't see the difference. So if it was like this, my friend that put this comment, I don't know, I would see my future very bright. Unfortunately not. Whatever done by my father, even recreations, way ahead of the studio works. We just started to market the studio, and we sell it very cheap. So I don't know who did this idiotic comment, but how can you imagine people don't see difference between style of my father and style of the studio? Come on, baloney. Also, we never hide my father have artists that work with him. We never hide it. Each item have a description. It's clearly say done by the studio artist under Leonid Afremov supervision. Done by studio artist, Leonid Afremov finished it. It's normal. We never hide it. By the way, each big artist has his own studio. Picasso, Chagall, I don't like Rembrandt. Anybody, Goya, they have their big studio were working and he was supervising and do some touches and then he signed. Take a look movies that called Goya. It's a beautiful movie. It shows basically the art business from inside that it happened 300 years ago. What do you think? Now something changed? Of course, artists have studio of artists that work for him. It's normal. Same as a writer have a ghost writers. But my company was honest from the beginning, and I think we are going to get this as a negative. If I would never mention the studio, people say, okay, Afremov paint and paint, who cares? But from the very first day we started the studio, we never sold the pieces of studio. We never sold pieces of studio as a Afremov paintings. We sold them as recreation, with a big explanation, with a video. And of course, my father was all the time there, and he was checking what's going on. Oh, you need to add more red. Okay, add more red. You need to add more blue. Okay, let me finish it here. So he come and finish. This is how it was. We never sold any recreation as an original. Never. If the person that did this comment watch us or gonna watch this, I would like to see some proofs. I don't want to talk about 14 people that receive wrong paintings. This I have enough headache for me. Proofs, please. Or give me proof or just be quiet. Because recreation is a recreation. done by the studio with my father. Now my father gone, done only by the studio. And I'm not hiding it. I putting all the time, I show it all the time. In the comment, the person said that now I showing the studio paintings. I trying to whiten the business just to make it, basically we did something illegal, now we're trying to show it legit. Baloney. I show studio workers, my studio artist, a year ago. Almost a year ago we started to show the studio. We show how the recreation is done. I showed all the process. So what you talking about? Also another thing, Leonid Afremov never participated in business. He was like, what? My father was young. He was 64 years old. He was in the business from all the time. Some my employees think it would be better without him because he was very picky. The studio were crying. Of course, he was not sitting there 24 hours. He was coming, going, because he don't need to sit there. So it's ridiculous. If you don't know why you say, this I don't understand. If you think, just put it your opinion or give us hard proofs. Simple. Originals. In the last 3 years, we sold maybe 25, 50 unique originals, maybe 60. I don't remember, but I can count. So this person, each original are in catalog. Each catalog have a number, have an owner name. So what do you think? I'm gonna put fake painting, like a recreation? I'm gonna say it's a recreation. My father was young and strong. He painted a lot. He painted smaller originals, like 5, 6 a day he could paint. Why he need, when he have his own power, why he needs studio do it for him, when they have enough recreation to do? It's ridiculous. You know what I hate about the comments like this? First of all, they come from somebody anonymous, so he never puts their name. Just give us like a scamper. He say, basically now they widening the business and scam practitioners are going for the years. Proofs, please. I show my office how my company working already years. I do live broadcast maybe 5 years in a row. Like from the first day it started on Facebook, I doing the live broadcast. I show how the recreation is done. I never hide it. The maximum price at recreation sold $149 to $339. Why? Because again, it's not original, it's a copy done by Afremov at his studio. Never, ever it was advertised as a unique one-of-a-kind pieces. Never. And persons that receive original, they can demand the catalog that's going to be finished this year. Hopefully, we're still working on it. And they can, it's going to be simple. They just put order ID and it's go in the catalog and they see it. Painting have signature of my father. It's mean he created. He signed and he created. He never signed painting that he not participated. Never. I don't know, some people trying to be the smartest. You know, like, oh yeah, I think he thinks something. Even though he say he loved my father, but what I agree in the comment, that Leonid is probably the most counterfeit artist in the last 15 years. Oh yeah. I think in the all 1,000 years he's most counterfeit artist. Because me and my friend Monica helped me a lot. She sent me links. We removing thousands of artworks fake daily. eBay, Amazon, Wish, Wayfair. Oh yeah, he's a lot of counterfeit, but not counterfeited by himself. The person just don't see the difference. Leonid Afremov, it's a trademark. It's a trademark. Now, when we do the works done by the studio, they working under trademark and they have the right to do it. It's not counterfeit. If Afremov created painting and sign it, it's not counterfeit. He done it. So, what's mean counterfeit? Counterfeit, if it's now I'm going to create new Afremov and I'm going to forger my father's signature. It's gonna be not right. Maybe if I would do it, I could continue in the business more time, but I don't do it. Why I need to destroy everything that we did in our lifetime? It's ridiculous. Some people so angry and so stupid they don't understand what they're writing. Because of course, blog, you just put anonymous and you can put anything that you want. Anything. But why not to put your real name? Simple. This makes me very sad. Not because of, it's not affect anything in my business. It's affect my belief in humanity, how people are. This I don't understand, especially when person like this said he's our friends and he won't just do our good. It's nothing good to say bad stuff about me and my father. To tell me that he was not involved in the business last 2 years. What's the nonsense? What's the real nonsense? Also, approximately 99.6 300 to 1 of all Afremov paintings are inextensive are fake. I would like to see the proof, because if he put his real name, I have no problem to hire an attorney to file a lawsuit, because he say information is not correct and it's affect my business. It's affect believe people in me. It's wrong. So I want to protect myself, but I can't, because person just put anonymous. Said it's a freedom of put anything that you want in the internet. So I really hope that real collectors don't gonna pay attention to this garbage, because we are in business over 30 years, online 20. If it was fake, we would not stay that long. Recreation, yes, they done by the studio artist. Under my father's supervision, cost more expensive. They almost gone. Without my father, cost cheaper. But this information were always provided, always. And originals, how many originals we sold? He says 300 of originals. I didn't sell 300 originals in 5 years. Of course, we're doing a lot of promotion. We're trying to promote it, but you think people buying of promotion? I wish. And you know what's funny? I do promotion for some original. I take original, I said $100 original. People go to this link and then they go to the main site and buy Ali by the Lake and deal of the day paintings, because the originals that we're promoting, unique originals, some people love less than recreation. But we never, ever told recreation it's done 100% by Leonid Afremov. Yeah. So I think it's just some angry person that don't know, like he think he know everything, but he know nothing. We invite, by the way, all the time during last couple of years, we invite people to come to the studio, and we had people coming, and we had a lot of visitors, and they saw how it's done. I showed clearly the video how my father were doing originals, recreations, and it's overdone. Of course, we had 14 people, probably he one of them, because this nightmare never gonna end, that received a recreation instead of original. It was mixed up. Okay, kill me for this mixed up. I don't know. Take a grenade, throw to my office. I don't know. It's just a mixed up, and we apologize. Everybody receive a refund. Everybody receive a apology. Free paintings. What else? It's like, why not to say how good Afremov the person is? Why not to say that I not increase the prices from 149 to 500 when he passed away, because it was obvious. Why not? People anyway gonna buy it. No, I continue his legacy. Why not to say why not to talk about that I not stop the business while I have enough income from royalties that I get paid from legal sellers of prints? Why not to say this? Why to find some garbage? This I don't understand. Even though for artists there's more garbage going around, it is better for the value. Exactly. Everybody make mistake, but I don't know. For my mistake, have no. One person received he bought a recreation, received recreation. When I explained him, he immediately ran to Better Business Bureau. He said, "No, I wanted an original." I said, "But you did not purchase." So he ran to Better Business Bureau. They sent me a letter. I sent just a screenshot of the website that shows the description. They closed the case in my favor. So, of course, he became angry, but I also refunded him money. And I told him, you know what, you don't even need to return the recreation. So next day, I found this recreation he listed as unique originals on eBay, and he sold them like $1,000 each. So I see now people buy from me surprise originals, and same moment they buy, they listed on eBay. Not approved by me, but it can be done. So I never increased prices. I never disconnected coupons, nothing. So, and of course, recreation done by studio artists, and some of them under my father's supervision. The new ones no. Why? I don't know. He trying to say bad stuff about us, but basically he say good stuff. He's saying that recreation done by the studio, you cannot distinguish from originals of Leonid Afremov. Bravo. It's not true, unfortunately. Originals is an original. Recreation, it's a copy. This is why we invented this term recreation. Exactly. Exactly. He ripping people off and he complained. So recreation, it's I and Boris invented these terms. It's a painting done by studio. At the beginning, it was my father, Chris and Gerard, the two people. Then they growing up. And we never advertised it as an original. Legally, we could, because if artist sign painting, it means it's his. Doesn't matter. No matter who painted it, this person even don't understand in art industry. He don't understand in anything in this business. You know what? Legally, if studio did the painting my father signed, it's also his painting. He can claim it's an original. Because recreation does not exist, this term, we invented it. But he never does it. He never done it. He never signed paintings that he not touched. It was his, and this is actually slow process very much. I spoke with him, I said, well, why not just assign it? Anyway, you see how they're doing, you're checking, you're repairing. No, I didn't do it. Is this why the recreation done by studio signed differently? What else? I don't understand. They accuse me to sell originals, and it's not my father's originals. I would like to see proofs. Really. Don't be like a Smart to put comment under anonymous names that my lawyers never can file a lawsuit against you for telling the wrong information. Give some invoice number, photo of the painting, proof from companies that do appraisal telling that it's not an Afremov signature or not a. Of course, he's not gonna do it because it's. I had people that does it. They did it. I had the buyer he bought from me 3 originals, and immediately he ran with them to appraisal company. He wanted to prove they are fake. Why you buy 3? Buy 1. Spend less money. What he received the answer, it's real. Then he called me and said, it's real, but I don't anyway trust them. I want to return them. Okay, you can return them. So basically what he did, just paid for the shipping back and forth and paid for appraisal company. And yes, we never hide, ever hide that we have studio of workers. The person probably even counted how many we have, 15. Actually, he said we have about 15, we have about 19 workers, actually. 19 artists. And they do the studio works that we started to sell about 2 weeks before my father passed away. And it's sad. It's sad he passed away. It's super sad he had no time to be with me on the show and tell them, these haters, like, what are you talking about? I was not involved in the business. You didn't know my father. I don't say he was control freak, but he was controlling everything, from design of the website to marketing emails. Why almost twice a week I did live show with him. We invited them to the show. He was talking. Suddenly it got forgotten. Suddenly this person say last 2 years he not was involved. Who are you? How do you know? This I don't understand. I clearly don't understand. When you put comment like this, people that read it, they sure that you know what you're talking about. How do you know? Even my mom saw this comment and she told me, Dima, what's about? Who is this person? Why he says this BS about our family? I don't know. Maybe artist competition. Maybe one of these 14 people that receive a recreation instead of original. But I'm the face of the company. I'm the spokesperson for the last 30 years. My father was not able to do the customer service. He not able to. He was very artist. He was able to scream on the buyer. Some custom order, he could cut the painting in front of buyer and let him go. So I did maximum to keep him separated from talking to the real buyers. But to run the warehouse, the studio, how can I run the studio when I do the marketing? How Boris can run the studio when he do the shipping and everything else? Now we have Christian, he running the studio, Gerardo, our best artist, but how they going to be able to run it in the future, I don't know. I hope they're going to be good. Just hope, but I don't have an experience what's going to happen. My father, each painting he was, send me the photo, send me the image. What's that? Not wrong. It's wrong. And if somebody received something and had a complaint, my father was like super angry. Why? What's wrong? Like, this person said we have 3% of refunds. My friend, if you have 0.5% of refund, no processing company gonna work with you. You're gonna have problems with PayPal and everybody. Up to 1% refund they allow. More, you're gonna have issues. And I'm in super good standing with all of them. Why? My refund, by the way, I requested it from PayPal. I bid on a summit with them like last week. And I requested if it's possible to put my PayPal statistic public, like to show how many refunds in percentage, how many chargeback, zero, how many, and it's going to show everything. So if the buyer said we're refunding the money, for me, each refund is something serious. Why? Because it's refund, it's means something happened. Like, what refund I accept? The person bought painting now, and in 5 minutes he changed his mind. It's possible. But when the person received painting, like today, by the way, how? You know what? It can be this person. I received a very cool email. Oh, you know, I received a painting, but now I see that you have a lot of complaints. A lot, 42, and I believe from the same person. You have a lot of complaints. I want to cancel the order and get my refund immediately. Painting I'm going to put in garbage. Oh. You want a refund? Return the merchandise. So, of course, I declined it. And probably this is why smart ass company. Because, you know, complaint should... Some of the complaints is right. First of all, 14 complaints from the people that bought original received recreation. It's our mistake was. Another complaint from people that don't read what they're buying. This is my main issue. So I decided to send them an email after they make a purchase of what they're going to receive. For example, about 2 years ago, we started little by little advertise studio work. They were very cheap, $59, $69, you know, just to see the reaction. Some people were buying, and why it's signed wrongfully? Or what's this wrong? Or for example, I have this complaint like a couple of days ago, a lady, she bought a lot of paintings, by the way. Some of them she bought studio works, maybe by mistake of her. But what do you guys want from me? I see the order, let's say $10,000. 90% of the order is Afremov, 10% is studio. Maybe the buyer decided that why do I need to call and verify? So we ship whatever she ordered and she, oh, you scammers, I wanted Afremov. But after I review her order, I said, look, you didn't purchase Afremov. What's your problem? So this life, and unfortunately, I would make these blogs illegal, if, in my opinion, and explain you why. I explain you why, because everybody can say anything about anybody. And this is like, it's not right. Let's say I want to say something bad about my neighbor or the business that I deal with. I need to bring some proofs, not just my emotion, and it's what worse, my thoughts. My thoughts about how it's operating. So, like, I cannot say something like as this person said about us. Oh, they're running the scam for a long time now. That it's just his imagination and his opinion, but not his proofs. Why he didn't put proofs? Why he was anonymous? Very simple. Because it's just his opinion. It's nothing, no ground behind it. If it was, why not to sue me for the wrong paintings that I sent? Because I didn't. The recreation from very first day is clearly stated who does it. Clearly. Even now, let's read the description of any recreation, just out of fun. Oh, site is so slow. Okay, for example, Ali by the Lake. We would like to present the hand-painted recreation oil painting of the artwork mentioned in the title. The recreation was finished by Leonid Afremov himself with the help of the best studio artist to do pencil drawing and basic background. The painting comes signed by Leonid Afremov himself on front and on the back. Certificate of authenticity provided. So, what's lying here? It's a regular description. I don't know. I know where to leave negative reviews. But if you can leave positive reviews, it can be a good idea. The main site is pissedconsumer.com that put a lot of garbage about us. As I understand, it's just 2-3 people just changing their nicknames and putting some nightmare stories. Any positive comment is be great. On Facebook, the best comment, go on the Facebook. Facebook have the comments. It's best to leave there. Because, I don't want you to leave a comment on this bad site. You will need to put your name. It's not good. Why you need to be in a jar with these people? I don't care if it's bad comments over there. I just want bad comments that are real, not some opinion of some guy that he think he knows. He never been here. He never spoke to my father. He made just imagination what he saw online. Part of what he saw online, what he read online. And then he think, oh, I'm the smart man, let me. Or maybe, yes, he received the wrong merchandise. It's also could happen. 2018 and end of 2017, it was a nightmare about it. This is why we fired tons of people, we changed the shipping company. But it's a mistake, and we apologize and we refunded the money. So no financial loss to the buyers that purchased it. But how dare he say Afremov originals is not an originals? Why? I sell original from $15,000 to $100,000, $500,000. What, for this money I gonna ask my artist to make it? I wish they could, they can't. So what I gonna do? I have some buyers that want very good copy of an original. Usually it's come with the cats. So I have Christian, he's extremely talented artist, he can do the copy. But these buyers know what they buy. But when I sell unique original, he said 300 originals sold. I wish we had 300 originals a year. It means one original a day. I don't talk about surprises. Surprises is like our company donates them to the people. $149 just. It's a cheap price. So he claiming that studio works are identical to my father's work. Congratulations to the studio. Bravo. It's a positive. It means their recreation in a good level. It's good for me. He claiming we sell originals, but we send our studio recreation. Studio works. I want to see the proof. But he cannot do it. Of course, some of the originals my father was doing like fast. Especially that he was working for the galleries. And another thing that made my mom very upset, like he was not involved in the business last 2 years. First of all, why last 2 years? Why not last 20 years? Of course he was involved. He knew everything. Till last penny on the bank account to the order number that we're shipping this very day. So it's ridiculous. Really ridiculous. At least good these people don't accuse me in something else. Like, by the way, I'm sure there is a law against false accusation. But as I spoke with my attorney, he said you cannot file a lawsuit against anonymous buyer. He needs to put his name and subject, like proofs to each word. And then I put my proofs. I would love to do it public. So if somebody from haters of my company hear it, please don't go to some site that removing positive complaints, leaving negative complaints. Actually, it happens there. Some people try to leave a positive complaint and the site removes it. They just like negative. It brings them traffic. Traffic means money. So I invite this person to the live battle. Join my live show. I can separate camera. We can do the community live show. And let's battle. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Show me your proofs. Just don't say a lot of people. Just show me the proofs, your opinion, and maybe I'm agree with you, maybe not. But let's do it civilized manner. Don't say anything behind my back like, oh, I know. You know nothing. You wasn't here. You know, first of all, my idea, my thought was maybe to some of my fired employees. But my employees, most of them loyal. And they know the business, even in their sick mind, not going to come to the conclusion what they say, what it says in the comment. Because everybody knows we're doing the recreation. Yes, it's true. We never hide it. I never hide artists. By the way, my father passed away on 19th. On 1 month before that, I showed how the recreation done. I showed the studio. I showed the artist. I think I show Andrea how she doing, and I explained how it's done. I cannot dispute it on that side at all, because the site, what's mean sites like where you can leave negative comments? You think the site want to help buyers? You don't care. Site have a lot of advertisement. People love to read negative. So it's like, positive stuff nobody like to read. People love to read negative. So they accumulate a lot of garbage. Some of them they're writing themselves, so they have their own copywriters. And sorry, little allergy. So, and at the end, they receiving traffic. People go to their site. From their site, they're going somewhere else, and they receive money for the traffic. So, also, for example, one of the sites, they offer me like, oh, you want? Nobody can leave comment for you unless you review it. It's going to cost you $5,000. So then it's come to the extortion. So if I pay them money, they allow me to block the negative comments. I'm not playing these games. Monica, about adding verified review link to every purchase. Technically, it's possible, but to do it through some like trustworthy company costs lots of money. It's not cheap. I prefer reviews through Facebook because it's simple, cheap for us. I would not need to increase price for 10% only because of reviews. And Facebook, it's real reviews. So for example, go to our Facebook profile, and you will see here a lot of reviews, and you will see the rating and everything. Here it is, you click on reviews. Yeah, only positive reviews with images. So just go to the reviews and put it there, because it's true. It's from real person, from verified account. And this blog, anybody can say anything about anybody. It's something like. On Afremov.com, we also have reviews. You can leave it, but the problem on the reviews on the domain site, let's say I'm gonna leave it on Afremov.com. I'm gonna put it there. Most of the people will not gonna believe it's true reviews because it's my site. I can do whatever I want. That's why I prefer to leave reviews on the third-party site, like Facebook. Take a look at my Facebook account, my father's Facebook account. How many reviews he got? Yeah. 1,282 reviews with a rate 4.9, almost 100% positive. No negative reviews. People show their paintings. They show what they received with images. So why this is the best reviews. This is the best reviews that can be. Facebook reviews. So I think this person needs to be ashamed of himself, in Russia we say to hit dead lion, it's easy. Same, my father passed away, he cannot answer, so now he can say whatever he wants. So I invite anybody that want to say something negative seriously. I invite anybody to my live show. On the live show I cannot remove comment. I cannot edit it, so don't worry. You tell me some negative, I reply. Tell me some negative, I reply. This is going to resolve everything. Any negative comments. So if you see, for example, remember 2 days ago we had a buyer, he had the issue, he told it, and I immediately replied to him. Same here. Okay? So if you have questions, please feel free to ask. I'm here to answer. Some people saying that paintings done by studio are forgery. Unless they're not signed as Leonid Afremov, it's not forgery. Leonid Afremov is a trademark. Our family is in hold of trademark, and we can produce any paintings that want under this name. Of course, we cannot sign them as a Leonid Afremov. We cannot issue the certification as unique Leonid Afremov. And some people saying that recreation, it's not done by Afremov. It doesn't matter who did them. We never advertise them. It's a unique Afremov work. And originals, the person said, oh, in the last 300 originals that you sold, probably all of them are not done by your father. I wish I sell 300 originals. You know what? 300 originals, it's over $30 million sale. I would love to see it. Unfortunately, in the last 3-4 years, maybe 10 originals sold. Maybe. I need to count. I don't remember. We advertise the originals every day, but people see the advertisement and go buy something, Ali by the lake or something different. Yes, we sold a lot of surprises, like maybe 60 surprises, but surprises are surprises. It's a surprise original. It's a smaller pieces that my father created for the galleries or for his home, and it's done by him. So it's sad. It's really sad. But what can I say? It's a life, and I'm sure, like my mom said, comments like this gonna be forever. Because people do not understand and trying to be like a smartass. Most comments that I'm laughing at, oh, your Reddit account was suspended. I even don't know what the Reddit is. Some blog, some forum. I cannot be responsible for all affiliates that do marketing for us. So if some of the affiliate accounts were suspended, good luck. So it's okay. Tomorrow, my lawyer is going to start huge attack to eBay and